If you say dog eat dog world instead of dog eat dog world, native speakers notice immediately. If you say mute point instead of moot point, they notice. And if you say count in me instead of count on me, you've already changed the meaning. These are small mistakes, but small mistakes create big signals. And today, we're fixing them properly. Not just quickly, properly. Because fluency isn't about knowing big words, it's about getting small details right. Let's start. First mistake: count in versus count on. Wrong. You can count in me. That sounds like you're joining a team, like someone is counting members in a group. Correct. You can count on me. Count on means rely on, trust, depend. Think about it physically. When you lean on something, it supports you. That's why it's on. Try this. I count on you. She counts on her sister. They're counting on us. Say it smoothly. Train your mouth to remember it. Ran into versus ran into. This one is subtle. If you say, I ran into my friend with a pause between in and to, it sounds like you went inside somewhere to see them. But if the meeting was unexpected, the correct phrase is, I ran into my friend. No pause. It becomes one unit. Ran into. Listen to how natives say it. It blends together. That's how you know it's an idiom, not separate words. Now, this classic confusion: at the end versus in the end. At the end is a position. There's a twist at the end of the movie. My office is at the end of the hallway. In the end is a conclusion. In the end, we chose the safer option. In the end, it worked out. If you can replace it with ultimately, use in. If you're talking about location or final moment, use at. Let's move to the embarrassing ones. It's a doggy-dog world. No, that sounds cute, like puppies playing. The real phrase is, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And that image is brutal. Dogs eating other dogs. Survival. Competition. Ruthless ambition. If the meaning is harsh, the sound should be harsh. Dog eat dog. Say the eat. Don't soften it. Next, nip it in the butt. Please don't say this in a meeting. The correct phrase is nip it in the bud. This comes from gardening. When you see a small bud growing, you cut it before it becomes a full flower. Meaning, stop a problem early, before it grows. Picture a tiny plant bud, not a human butt. Visual memory helps you avoid mistakes. Now this one. That's a mute point. It makes sense, right? Mute means silent. So a mute point sounds like something not worth talking about. But the real phrase is moot point. A moot point is something that can be debated but doesn't matter anymore. For example, whether we should have started earlier is a moot point now. The deadline is passed. It won't change anything. Moot, not mute. Next, here's a sneak peek. Peek is a mountain. Peek is a quick look. Here's a sneak peek. 2 E's in peek. Think of the 2 E's as 2 eyes looking. That visual trick works. Another professional mistake. His work doesn't pass mustard. Unless you're talking about food, this is wrong. The real phrase is pass muster. Muster comes from military inspection. If soldiers passed muster, they passed inspection. So when you say, her performance didn't pass muster, it means it didn't meet the required standard. Muster, not mustard. Now let's talk about a very subtle one. Get it off my back versus get it off my chest. If your boss keeps pressuring you, you want them off your back. That means stop bothering me. But if you have guilt, a secret, emotional weight, you say, I need to get this off my chest. Chest is emotional. Back is external pressure. Wrong body part changes the meaning. Here's another one learners mix up. Make ends meet versus meet ends. Correct phrase, it's hard to make ends meet. It means earn enough money to survive. There is no version called meet ends. Idioms are fixed expressions. You cannot rearrange them. Now let's talk about pronunciation fluency. A leopard can't change its spots. Many learners stress the wrong syllable. It's not leopard, it's leopard. Stress the first syllable. English rhythm matters. Even if your grammar is perfect, wrong stress can make you sound unnatural. Another common misuse: could care less. The logical phrase is couldn't care less. If you couldn't care less, your level of care is zero. Some natives say could care less, but grammatically, couldn't is clearer and safer for learners. Now let's talk about literally. I literally died. I literally exploded. I literally froze. Unless it physically happened, don't use literally. Correct use: the town was literally underwater after the flood. Overusing literally makes your English sound dramatic instead of advanced. Fluent speakers use it carefully. Here's something important. Why do these mistakes matter? Because fluency is not just being understood, it's about sounding natural. These tiny details act like signals. Native speakers may not correct you. They may smile politely, but their brain registers the mistake instantly. And the difference between intermediate and advanced English is often just these small idioms. So, how do you fix this permanently? First, learn idioms as whole chunks. Don't memorize word by word. Second, repeat them out loud. Your brain remembers what your mouth practices. Third, listen actively. When watching movies or interviews, pause and repeat phrases exactly how they say them. Match rhythm, match tone, match stress. Fourth, use new idioms within 24 hours. If you don't use it, you lose it. Write one sentence, say it in conversation, post it in comments, make it active. Because passive learning feels good. Active learning creates fluency. And here's your challenge. In the comments, write one idiom you've been saying wrong, or write one new idiom you're going to use today. Fluency isn't built from big words. It's built from small corrections repeated daily. And now, you'll never say doggy dog world again.